Detroit Pistons go into Madison Square Garden to take game 2 away from the Knicks to tie the series up at 1 game apiece. And the Detroit Pistons won that game because of a combination of Cade Cunningham being awesome, rebounding, and the bench showing up and having a really good game for the Detroit Pistons. Meanwhile, the Knicks bench didn't show up whatsoever. Let's start with Cade Cunningham, who just looked way more comfortable from the start. Got to his spots, made shots. He had 20 points in the first half. In game 1, he had 6 points at half and shot 3 of 10 from the field. And he's got that same ability as Luka to just play at his own pace. If he gets you on his hip, he's so big and so strong that he's going to get a good shot, and he's probably going to score. And he just got to his spots really well. I thought he played, coming off of the pick and roll really well. I thought he consistently made the right decisions. The Knicks made him a scorer tonight, and he was like, that's fine. I'll score 33. That's way more fun than passing the ball a whole bunch. So he goes, he scores 33. He was the guy. I thought he was the best player on the floor in the first 3 quarters. Jalen Brunson was definitely better than him in that fourth quarter, though. He also grabbed 12 rebounds to go along with it, and this is what the best players do in the playoffs. They don't just score the basketball, but they find other ways to impact the game. And for Cade Cunningham in this game, it was his rebounding. I thought he was really good on the glass whenever you out-rebound the opposing team's starting center, by 6. You probably did a pretty good job rebounding the basketball. Speaking of Jalen Brunson being the best player in the fourth quarter, he was awesome, but I felt like he and the rest of the starters just ran out of gas. I mean, they played 2 days ago. Every shot they missed late was short, like the 3 that Mikal Bridges had wide open at the top. It was short. The 3 that Jalen Brunson took, which was a pretty decent look, to cut the lead to 1, he missed it short. Every shot they missed down the stretch, they left short. That's usually a sign of tired legs. And when you go through the minutes log, they played a lot of minutes. I mean, Jalen Brunson played 44 minutes. OG Anunoby played 42 minutes. Mikal Bridges played 38 minutes. Josh Hart played 40 minutes. Karl-Anthony Towns played 33 minutes. And it's not because he was in foul trouble. He had 1 foul through the first 2 quarters. He picked up his 4th foul with a little over 4.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So he missed some time there because of that, but he didn't need to play because he didn't play very well. He was not good. He only scored 10 points. He didn't rebound. He's usually, at a minimum, a good rebounder. He wasn't tonight. He only grabbed 6 boards. He has to be better on the glass because, the Jalen Duren is going to impact the game on the glass if you don't put a body on him. He had 13 rebounds tonight. He owned the glass. The number of offensive rebounds and putbacks or offensive rebounds followed by, him drawing a foul that happened like that had a pretty big impact on the game. Karl-Anthony Towns has to be better than what he was tonight. OG Anunoby, he only scored 10 points. Look, the OG Anunoby we got in game 1 where he came out and he scored 12 points in the first quarter, and I know at the end of the regular season he really had it rolling. Look, I don't expect OG Anunoby to average 30 or 25, but he's going to get 15 to 18. He's a capable offensive player, and he has to contribute scoring the basketball. He does. He has to be better. But Karl-Anthony Towns, man, just unacceptable. Too good of a player to have 10 points and 6 rebounds in 33 minutes when Paul Reed is having to guard you. And that's no disrespect to Paul Reed because I thought he was really good in the minutes that he played off the bench, filling in for Isaiah Stewart, who was out with that injury. And speaking of Paul Reed, the bench, another big reason why the Pistons won this game. Obviously, Dennis Schroeder hits that go-ahead 3 with 55 seconds left, just wide open. Step into it and knock it down, baby. That's what the playoffs are all about. It was great. And I think he was one of 3 guys on the Pistons who could have made that shot. He's played in a lot of playoff games. He's the most experienced postseason player on that Pistons roster. So not surprised at all that he was able to step in and knock down that shot. He had 20 points off the bench. I thought he did a good job of just being a pest and bothering Jalen Brunson, even though I did think that Asar Thompson, he is the best option to put on Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson had 6 turnovers in this game. That is very uncharacteristic of him. But the reason why Asar Thompson didn't close the game guarding Brunson is because offensively he's basically 0. And Jalen Brunson, I thought, did a good job of not baiting him, but getting him to foul him. And, that got him to the line, and that kind of kept the Knicks in it there to kind of start the fourth quarter. So they had to take Ausar Thompson out because of that, but Dennis Schroeder was able to slide in and do a pretty decent job defending Jalen Brunson. Malik Beasley, he didn't shoot the ball well, only made like one field goal, was still +7, played defense, hit 4-4 from the line. So I thought he was good. And luckily for the Pistons, no one on the Knicks really made shots either. I mean, the Pistons shot 6 of 27 from 3. It's not very good. The Knicks were 10 of 35, which isn't much better. The difference ended up being that the Pistons out-rebounded the Knicks by 14. They grabbed 12 offensive rebounds. Look, you have 12 offensive rebounds, probably not going to win, especially if you only shoot 10 of 35 from 3. And in addition to out-rebounding the Knicks, the Pistons also took a lot more free throws than the Knicks did. They shot 28 of 34 from the line, while the Knicks shot 16 of 19. And the Pistons just simply beat the Knicks at their own game in game 2. They out-rebounded them. They out-hustled them. Like the Josh Hart annoying 4 offensive rebounds on one possession. Yeah, that possession didn't happen tonight. He wasn't flying over the floor like he normally is. And, that's a big credit to the Pistons and their commitment to rebounding the basketball. Outside of Brunson, no one else really drew fouls, and I'm sure that there are Knicks fans complaining about the referees and the free throw discrepancy in this game, but I thought that the Pistons went to the rim a little more often than the Knicks did. I mean, the Knicks did take 8 more threes than the Pistons did, which that's not an egregious amount, but I thought that the Pistons did a better job of getting to the rim. I thought a lot of those fouls on the Knicks came after an offensive rebound underneath the bucket. And in addition to that, like Knicks fans, you can't complain about fouls because you have Jalen Brunson on your team, a guy who foul baits probably more than any other player in the NBA. And, I'm not going to knock you for it. If it works and you get to the line and you can score there, then do it as much as you can. The ultimate goal is to win, not to look good. So all good there. But, yeah, like just they out-hustled. They made their free throws. And like it wasn't just Cade Cunningham going to the line. Like he took 12 free throws. Schroeder, Duran, and Beasley all took at least 4 free throws, and they all made at least 4 of them. Jalen Brunson was really the only guy who consistently got to the line for the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns, just to continue to crap all over him, he only took 2 free throws. Like that's unacceptable. Like they're putting smaller guys on you. You have to go to the rim and get fouled, and he has to be better going forward if the Knicks are going to win this series. Good for the Pistons. I thought that this series was gonna be a lot of fun. I took the Knicks in 7 before the series started. Still feel pretty good about that. This is a very experienced Knicks team. They probably don't win Game 3. Detroit's going to be absolutely rocking, and so I like the Pistons to win Game 3. But Game 4, I do think that the Knicks find a way to win. They go back to New York, Game 5, tied up, 2 games apiece. They win Game 5, and then we go back to Detroit with the series with the Knicks up 3-2. It's kind of how it seems like this is going to go, but the Pistons are going to win this series if Karl-Anthony Towns doesn't figure his stuff out, which I don't think he'll be that bad again. He's too good of a player to have two clunkers in a row in the playoffs. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe, like the video. I've got Game 1 reactions for every Game 1 from every series, and I'm going to have a Game 2 reaction up as soon as Nuggets and Clippers is over. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, and I'll talk to you again after Nuggets versus Clippers.